Okay.
What are you drinking, by the way? And is that a metal reusable straw?
No, it's plastic. It's just a plastic Yeti straw.
Thanks.
Ube.
Pretty yikes. We're live! Welcome, pigs. The Dropshot, a podcast, episode
Yeah.
536. My name's Casey, aka Razinon. I'm joined by Tanner, and today we got some stuff to talk about. Not a whole metric fuck ton, but some. Some speculation on the next game. Some kind of things going on with the current game. Actually, literally nothing going on with the current game. But some stuff with the next game and the future of this current game. And that's what we're going to talk about. Now, before we get into all of it, do have a couple of quick announcements. We just did a couple of Patreon bonus eps, one of which was BO7 predictions. Kind of talked about what to expect, what you guys can and should expect, and perhaps more importantly, what you should not expect at all, fucking at all. And we're going to be right about almost all of them, maybe all of them. I'd have to go, I'm not even joking when I say that. I'd have to go listen to it again to know for sure, but like 80% of them I guarantee we're correct about, because it's obvious. So anyway, yeah, you can go listen to that. There's still a lot more to learn, obviously, with BO7, so we will update and add to those predictions as we get more info, which will be fairly soon, luckily. We have COD Next fairly soon, and then the beta, which is going to be obviously the most insightful. So anyway, we did an episode on that for all of our patrons. Go listen. And then for our Damascus patrons, we did another behind the scenes. It was good. It was fine. It was bog standard, I would say. Not too much going on BTS this month, but that's also available if you want to listen. And most importantly, or relevant to many of you listening, I'd imagine, our next Patreon episode, again for all patrons, is going to be on Battlefield. There was a Battlefield trailer released today. It was chocked full of info, and there's lots to talk about with it. Yeah. There isn't. But there was some alpha gameplay leaked that I've watched a lot of. I'm going to get Tanner to watch some. And we are going to do a bonus episode on that. So that'll be fun and interesting.
Oh yeah, that'll be very fun. And some people in Discord said I'd like you to talk about some other games maybe. So here's one of them. We will be talking about
as motherfuck. Yeah. So
and if you guys haven't seen gameplay, we're gonna show some of the alpha gameplay, because the teaser today wasn't actual gameplay, obviously. But there's some info out there, some leaks, other things. So yeah, it'll be cool.
Will be very cool. So we're gonna do that on Patreon soon. I'm not sure when we're recording it. Tanner knows.
Tomorrow morning. Hope that
tomorrow
helps.
morning. So it'll be out tomorrow or the next day at the latest. So what is that? Friday or Saturday? So yeah, patreon.com/dropshot. If you wanted to listen, you also get ad-free early access episodes and the bonus ones. So yeah, there is some Battlefield stuff. We're going to touch on it a tiny bit today, but we're going to talk about it mostly on that bonus ep. So if that's what you're looking for, wait for that. So, all right, now onto the current ep. And what is there? Patch notes or changes that have already happened? None. Has not been a patch since the 16th. Which is bog standard and to be expected, but there's nothing to talk about there, so we're not going to talk about it because there isn't anything. Now, though, we have some other interesting things to get into, and I'm gonna order these now. I hate Firefox, man. I open a new tab and it puts it next to my current tab instead of at the end.
Yeah, that's
it really bugs me.
That's how all of them work, isn't it? Let me see.
Chrome doesn't do that, or my Chrome doesn't do that.
My Chrome does exactly that. So
I think it's a setting then. I think
so. The newest one you open is on the far left. That's how mine opens, which I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like it either. On Chrome, it does it on the far right for me, but on Firefox, it does it on the left.
Interesting.
I think it's a setting I actually am now remembering. I changed it a long time ago. Anyway.
Yeah, that's always bugged the fuck out of me. Hope that helps.
I'm a hater. All right, so we got the Season 4 outro cinematic for Blop 6 and Warzone.
Wow.
2 days ago.
Should we watch this, man?
And we're going to watch it. Yeah, I haven't seen this yet.
I'm excited.
And it's surely going to be relevant. Here we go.
Yeah.
I played it. And my dog's barking.
Classic. Oh my god.
Woods. Sev.
Dude, is this Avalon?
In an hour. Where the hell you at?
Kuzmin broke the code names.
I think it's the outskirts of Avalon, yeah.
Scattering like cockroaches. We're going home. Full pardons. No more rogue shit.
You know I was never going with you.
Woods again! Woohoo!
Why is Bro in the wheels?
No.
Yeah! Woo!
My chance
Just kill
is
him
right
off,
here.
man. Why is this
Really,
guy in a
just
wheelchair?
fucking
Don't answer that
brain.
question. I don't care, guys.
They could use someone to guide them into the future.
They really find the worst voice actors, don't they?
I am. Take care of your people, Woods. I'll see you around.
Like, that's a bad accent right there. Oh, fuck, that's Avalon.
That's
oh my
an Avalon.
God. Oh. Hopefully that exactly comes to Warzone with all that fog. Ooh, that'd be nice.
And at night, yeah. So that's an outro cinematic. Okay. So I'm confused now. Because this is called a Season 4 outro cinematic.
Yeah.
And they showed lots of Avalon. They wrote the name Avalon on the trailer. And for those of you who don't know, Avalon is going to be... Hi! Fucking dog. Avalon's going to be where I believe the next campaign is going to take place. And then it was supposedly maybe going to be the next Warzone map. No one really knows now. But it's definitely going to be in BO7 campaign. And probably there are going to be some multiplayer / Resurgence maybe maps carved out of it, as they've been doing for the last 5 years, which we support. But why I'm confused is, why are they talking all this about Avalon and showing it in a Season 4 of Black Ops 6 cinematic? I don't understand it.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting how at the end of the trailer they pan out and kind of just like show Avalon. Like, that seems to me like it's hinting at a little bit more than just the campaign or whatever cinematic, but like, certainly we aren't getting Avalon in Season 5, right? I mean, there's a 0.01% chance that's happening, but I don't know. Maybe this is the beginning of a teaser that we're actually getting Avalon this year now. Maybe they need to pump something up again, and it's kind of just, maybe they see the player counts or something and it's become stale for Warzone and it's fell off a little bit. I don't know. That could definitely be happening.
I don't know either.
Could just tie into like the BO7 storyline, since that'll all be revealed soon.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this heavily implies to me that some part of Avalon will be playable in BO6 at some point.
Yeah.
But what could that possibly mean? I actually have no idea. Because they're not going to add like new campaign missions, obviously, for BO6. But then also, they're not going to... I don't think they would replace Verdansk with Avalon this year. Like, at all. Maybe for Season 6. But they did a lot of work in marketing remastering Verdansk. And I don't know if they would be willing to piss away however many months or years that took just to only have Verdansk in for 3 seasons. Like, that would surprise me. But you're right. I mean, maybe they could see the player counts and be like, fuck it. Sorry, you guys worked a lot on this, but it's gone. I could also see that being the case, because the question isn't whether or not they could deploy Avalon this year. Avalon's done, and it's probably been, or mostly done, and it's probably been mostly done for quite a fucking while now. Because we've been hearing about Avalon for like years at this point. So Avalon's basically ready to ship. So if they wanted to, they could deploy it even this year, I think. The question more is like, would they be willing to get rid of Verdansk? The other option, which is basically 0% chance, is that they have both available in some capacity. But I also don't think they are willing to do that, and console players aren't able to do that because they have tiny little baby hard drives. So I actually don't know what to make of this. Some other outside options, we get Avalon as like a resurgence map. So it's like one POI of Avalon becomes a resurgence map this year in season 5 or 6, maybe. Yeah. Or again, like we have a rotation or something. That's a very small chance.
Yeah, we're not getting the rotation yet. I did see some people talking about that, and they're like, obviously this can't be coming because we're not getting a map rotation at this point. Like, that's still a ways away.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I don't know what to make of this. I actually let's see the comments here.
Oh, the comments are,
because the average player knows way more about where this is going than we do. It turns out. Okay.
Yeah, let's read some comments. Yeah, I don't care about any of this. We don't care.
This first guy is a retard. Competition at its finest. Battlefield makes some news and COD drops a cinematic.
We don't care, dead game. This one's funny. I just watched this shit at 2 times speed and it was still the biggest waste of time in my life.
Wow.
We don't care, LOL. Interesting. Yeah,
Season 5, let's go, bro. Woods, I will miss you, bro. You the best man.
I saw that. That's COD brain.
Classic. I've got that. I've got that for sure.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
yeah, I don't know.
Cool
yeah, no one's speculating on this at all here. But yeah, that's good stuff. Lone Star Gunner, change your name with the tier 3. 8 months. Subbing because y'all are better than the actual game. True as fuck. Lone Star, thank you very much for the tier 3. The last time we got a tier 3 sub.
Probably 2021 or so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2020, 2021. Wow. Thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate that.
I don't think you meant to click that. Thanks for the tier 3,
that's
buddy.
a misclick, and we will not be refunding you. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, you are the worst audience, by the way, yeah. But you're exempt from that, so thank you, man. Appreciate it. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what to make of this. We'll find out, I'm sure, more, obviously. But
yeah.
But actually, to tie a bow on this, I feel like it's more likely than not we get some part of Avalon at some point this year. Because I don't understand why else they would make this the season 4 out, unless Charlie Intel like misnamed this or something. In which case, this is easily just a teaser for BO7. That's another possibility. I don't know. I don't know where this was or what happened or whatever, or what they said about it. And it doesn't really matter to me, frankly. But well, it would, because if this is going to be coming to BO6, it needs to. In any capacity would be good. So like a resurgence map of like one of the POIs on Avalon, I think that could be a really cool idea. Because if it's like a good POI and it plays well as a resurgence map, then people are going to be excited for Avalon next year, or whenever that becomes the big map, which I think at some point is going to happen. Yeah. That would be really good. And also it would just be something new for BO6 instead of playing on fucking Verdansk or Rebirth, which we've been playing on for 5 years. So that would be interesting. Yeah. We'll see. But moving on from that, this is not that exciting, but I do want to talk about it. BO7 submitted a thing so you have to like get your games rated by the ESRB, I guess, so they put M for mature or rated, whatever, E for everyone. And they have to write a summary of why it's rated that way. Who cares, right? Well, I think there's something interesting here. As players try to prevent a tech titan from gaining power, don't care, lore stuff. They use pistols, machine guns, ARs, and explosives, don't care, I already knew that, to kill various enemies. Cool. Hostile soldiers, creatures, Okay, it's pretty weird. And robots. Okay. That's pretty odd. Now, again, for us, does this really matter? No. There aren't going to be robots other than Terminator skins or creatures in like Warzone or multiplayer. But it does kind of set the stage a little bit. And I do wonder if creatures could imply zombies.
It's definitely just zombies. That's all that is. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's nothing new.
Yeah. And then robots. We ever killed robots in COD, man?
Yeah, we have.
Which one?
One of them. Let's move on, though. Battles are realistic. One of them for sure, yeah.
Got it.
Cries of Pain.
It's brand new.
Blood splatter effects. Wow.
Yeah, they have like a more detailed rating summary. But some weapons feature marijuana joints paraphernalia, by the way. So,
yeah, so a lot of people saw that.
They're selling fucking blunt skins.
People saw this, and what the thought online is like, this confirms carryover if anybody didn't realize, because those skins are in the game now too. So this just confirms we're going to get carryover, and it's going to be a
Raj,
full of fucking guns and shit again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, zombie and hallucination sequences. Yeah. Nothing really very new there.
The game includes customizable cards as part of a player's identity. Some cards depict female figures designed with deep cleavage and or revealing outfits. Oh, I was thinking it was saying like customizable cards. They're just like you can change what calling card you want. I wouldn't call that customization, but I guess they do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's obviously
you can change a pre-made calling card. Yeah. Deep cleavage and or revealing outfits. You gonna use that one, man?
If it's no, I don't know. I don't care. All right, moving on.
Bro's gooning.
So yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay. This is, I think, also fairly interesting. Again, doesn't really matter that much, but Xbox says, and again, Xbox is Microsoft, who owns Activision also.
Oh, okay. They
will not increase fucking game prices to $80 this holiday. And they will remain at $70. And they said, we're focused on bringing players incredible worlds to explore. Well, and we'll keep our full-priced holiday releases at $70 in line with current market conditions. So we talked about this a little bit a couple weeks ago. It was a while ago, actually. People are getting mad that, like, I think it's Nintendo's going to be the first mover on this, where they're like making their games more expensive. And we were basically saying they're going to have to at some point. Like, you can't keep selling games for $50 forever, which is what they were, or maybe even cheaper.
Yeah.
You know, well, when I was like a teenager, games were $50. Now they're 60.
They really
70.
haven't gone up in price that much, considering everything else in that same time span has fucking tripled in price.
Yeah. So Xbox games and all games will become $80 at some point, but I guess not this year. So that's cool. Good for them. Now, to be clear,
I mean, devs deserve a solid living wage, so I'm happy for this.
Well, to be clear, they're not doing this to be a nice guy. They think they're going to make more money keeping it at 70 than 80 for now. But the millisecond that calculus changes, they will be changing the price to 80. Yeah. So don't suck them off for it or anything, but there you go. All right, so next here, we got a teaser vid for Blop 6 Season 5 Zombs map. And by video, you really mean a TikTok clip, because it's 9 seconds long. I'm playing it.
Listen to me. Can't trust this man.
Janus Security.
Really?
Listen to me.
And it's over.
I know exactly what this means.
Yeah, you're an expert on it, so that's the next Zombs map, I guess. It's going to be Janus Towers. That's cool if you're into that sort of thing. I, of course, am not.
What's that?
It's Project Janus, man.
Is this an old map?
Is it? You're the zombies expert, lover. Which makes it embarrassing when you say things that are wrong about zombies because you.
I hate zombies players, by the way. I mean, I hate most people, but listen to this comment. I hope this map has an intro cutscene. Because since it took them a while to release this one, I hope they put some effort into it for a game that's been in development for 4 years. Zombies players love cutscenes. Yeah, they're severely mentally ill.
Yeah. And then some guy said, "Is that the trench gun?" and screenshotted. I mean, it looks like it's just a shotgun. So, okay. Even if it were a trench gun, who cares? It's a shotgun. Yeah, I hate zombies players too, but I actually hate all of the Call of Duty player base, so I hope that helps. So anyway, this is interesting as well. Ricochet anti-cheat, Ricochet pro cheat appears to have started banning players
anti-cheat, stop,
who use AFK methods in Plunder in Warzone to farm XP. These bans seem to have started recently and are permanent for players who used those methods. Activision has not commented on this as of now. Isn't that something? You know what I mean? Now look, is AFK farming in Plunder like a good thing? No. Like, you probably shouldn't be allowed to do it, because if everyone did it, then no one would be playing the game, so then the guys actually playing Plunder, although no one plays Plunder now, they just play casual BR, would have a boring fuck-ass map, or match, because, like, no one's actually playing the game, so you shouldn't be allowed to do it. But in this case, permaban offense 1 is extremely excessive. This is not that big of a deal, and it's not nearly as deleterious to your player base as TTV Moon and co, which is to say rage hackers, aim botters, and spin botters, who do not get permanently banned. They get temporarily banned. So keep that in mind. We talked about this fairly recently. They had said if someone was, I don't remember if it was like cheating in the World Series of Warzone qualifier or teamed with someone, that you would get like a temporary ban. I don't remember the specifics, but it was something insane in that you could be literally cheating, or I think it was like literally cheating, like teaming or aimbotting or something like that. One of those things. You would get temporarily banned.
Yeah.
So to be clear, you're perma-banned for going AFK and Plunder, right? Strike one. Oh, you've been AFKing Plunder, perma-banned.
Yeah.
But if you literally cheat, well, we'll let you off with a little warning. That is fucking insane. And it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, I don't really believe this. I'll be honest. I don't think they're I don't think they're permanently banning people for this. I don't believe it. But also the top comment on here from Sparrows, who's a streamer, he said, farming XP like this increases your matches played and overall trust score of your account. This is one way cheat providers level the accounts they sell. This is a W. I wonder if that's true. I wonder if that's the thing.
That's a good point.
I've never heard that up until he said that. But regardless,
it's probably something.
I've seen so many just nerds talk about how they like do the AFK method, like, because I follow a lot of like the stupid fuck little, leaker nerds, and they're all the type of people who do that. So say things like, oh my god, like I leveled up like 35 times by just leaving Plunder open and going to bed. It's like, okay, why? I don't get it, but I think permanently banning people for this would be insane. So I feel like if something is happening, it's either Ricochet fucking up as usual, or they have wrong information. I don't know. I really, really, really doubt they're permanently banning accounts for this.
Yeah.
Seems insane. I mean, but super interesting if it is.
I have no idea, but yeah. This is a good point from Sparrows though, because that does make sense. You increase the trust on your account by doing this. But then if that's the case, to be clear, if they are perma banning them, and the reason they're permabanning them is because it stops cheaters from increasing trust on their account, then why wouldn't they also permaban instantly the actual cheaters like we talked about a couple weeks ago, who they instead temporarily ban? So, like, if they are permabanning them, it's not for that reason, obviously. It's, I guess, because what Nero says here, probably, is because it's AFK farming the battle pass. So they, like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know why they'd care that much about that, though. Like, who gives a shit? I don't know. I don't get it. But nothing Activision does makes sense to me. So, yeah. But
and it makes sense that, that they're going to ban people because this is an easy way to ban somebody rather than, catching actual cheaters, because obviously that's difficult for them. So if there's a way they can easily ban people that they think should be banned, then obviously they're going to do that before cheaters.
Yeah, I guess, but that still doesn't explain why they didn't permaban the cheaters they had already caught.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right. I mean, nothing they do makes sense. So.
Yeah, that's the meat. That's the gist of it. So anyway, and that's pretty much it for COD. Like, not really anything to talk about. No patches this week, and not too much news yet on BO7 or even Season 5. Really, the biggest thing, of course, is I think the Avalon being talked about in the Season 4 outro thing. That's interesting. That's one of the very few things. Well, there's a lot of things they could do that would get me excited again. But as far as realistic things, that is now the one of two realistic things that we'll get this year before BO7 to get me to want to get back on this game, which is some kind of new Warzone map. So whether that's going to be Avalon or mini Avalon, or they bring Vondel back, or they bring Ashika back, these are all I feel like fairly small percentage events. Maybe not so much the Avalon thing since they did a trailer on it, but outside of that, I'm just not super excited to get back on. And at least a lot of people in our Discord feel similarly. So,
yeah.
So stepping out of COD, BF6, Battlefield 6.
Battlefield 6, that's a BF6, yeah.
Will be releasing on October 10th of this year.
Which that's been confirmed. That is a confirmation.
That is confirmed as motherfuck. And BO7 is rumored to come out November 14th. This makes a lot of sense from Battlefield's perspective. Because we talked about this a little bit on Patreon. A lot on Patreon, actually, on our bonus or behind the scenes app. And we were like, yeah, it's kind of odd that Battlefield would come out around the same time as COD, because they'd have to compete for, Christmas video game sales or whatever. But if they're coming out a whole month and some earlier, that makes that a little less of a concern. It still is one, but not so much. And also, if you're going to try and compete with COD, fuck is now the best time. Yeah. I mean, it couldn't be a better time. It couldn't be a better year to just square up and throw hands in the marketplace of video games. So,
and if they're releasing it 1 year before, 1 month before BO7, maybe gives them time to fix some issues before the launch of BO7. So when BO7 launches and it's a mess, maybe it won't be. Actually, it'll be probably fine. It'll just be a shit game. Warzone launch, it'll be a mess, and then Battlefield by then will maybe be somewhat playable. It's probably a good move, smart move.
Yeah. Even
just releasing the game earlier, you're gonna get more sales that way than if you released it 2 weeks or a month after Call of Duty, probably.
Yeah, 100%. Because there is whoever releases first, if it's this close, is gonna get some extra benefit from There is the person who would enjoy both of these games. So let's say they buy Battlefield first. By the time BO7 comes around, they're super into Battlefield, so they don't care. They're not going to buy it because they're like, oh, I'm already invested in Battlefield, like one game type of players, which I'm kind of them. And then vice versa, BO7 was going to come out first, there would also be that contingent of people who were like, oh, I'm already into BO7. I would have bought BF6, but like I'm not going to, because I'm like grinding camos or whatever. So yeah, that's another reason they're doing it. Or another good outcome of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they also posted a trailer. We're not going to watch it now. We will watch it in our next bonus ep on Patreon. It's going to come out tomorrow. Friday or Saturday. And we're going to talk a lot about Battlefield, because that is going to be something really good to play during fucking season 6 of BO6. Which, in all likelihood,
season 1 of BO7.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Which in all likelihood is not going to be a super exciting season of COD.
Yeah. Oh no, man, this is releasing right before the COD Halloween event though. Damn.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah. A lot of competition there.
I was going to mention the motherfucker.
I'm going to be so mad if Verdansk is completely decked out for Halloween this year. I'm going to be so fucking annoyed.
Why?
Oh, that's going to bug me a lot. Because the game's been shit the whole fucking year. And they're going to put so much work on the Halloween event. But I got a question for you, because Chris in chat said no pre-orders. Are you more likely to pre-order Battlefield or Black Ops 7?
Well, if you're asking me as the podcaster, BO7, obviously. If I didn't have a podcast about this video game, more likely Battlefield for sure.
Yeah, 100%. That's where I'm at too.
100%.
I don't even want to buy BO7, but I'm going to have to.
That's
unfortunately.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
The thing with BF6 is the game will probably launch a mess, but Battlefield is like a 5-year cycle or somewhere around there. I think Battlefield 2042 came out in 2021, I believe. So it's been 4 years since then. The game will be fun and playable at some point, so I'm far more likely to pre-order that. I mean, you know, BO7 is a 1-year life cycle. And Battlefield is just so much better with friends, in my opinion. So, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been, man, when's the last time I was that excited about a new shooter coming out?
Never.
I don't even know. Probably hasn't been since like MW. Well, no, I guess I wasn't really that excited for MW3 Warzone, but it ended up being really good. But I wasn't that excited
MW2 maybe,
for it.
Or Warzone 2.
Warzone 2. That was probably the last time I was as excited for a
until
FPS
we got literally
launch.
any news on
until
it.
we got one single piece of gameplay from it. Then all that changed. But yeah, I'm extremely excited for Battlefield 6. They're such fun games to fuck around on.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. So yeah, again, we'll talk about BF6 more on Patreon. Which I am excited to talk about also, because there's a lot of alpha footage that I've watched, but I don't remember it literally at all. So I need to watch it again, and once I do,
watch for the first time.
You'll have to watch for the first time. There's gonna be a lot there. I haven't played a Battlefield game in quite a while. But the last one I played was 2042, and it was not fun. I remember that.
I played like last year. Yeah, you don't like video games. You don't like multiplayer video games. That's what you need to realize. And you definitely don't like shooters. You just got to come to that realization. You'll be happier about it. Yeah. Okay.
I just like good ones. So stupid fuck.
So you don't like any.
Well, great point. You're right. Yeah.
Stop playing Tarkov. Stop playing Warzone. Stop playing Battlefield.
Right,
Stop playing every single fucking one. Yeah. You hate it.
There's no.
Anyways, you like this game though, Splitgate 2, huh? Put a lot of time into that.
This is just great stuff.
This is so funny.
So this is from the Splitgate Twitter account. If you guys have been listening for the last month, you've been hearing us kind of chime in on the Sage, our newest member, friend of the pod. Welcome back, Sage fucking Lega fucking C. Thank you very much, man. Did we get a little mixy in those eps? Yeah, that tracks. I believe it. I don't remember what we said, but I believe it. Thank you very much, dude. You're a fucking king. Welcome back. Hello, Benjamin G. and Chris. And Reichard and Johnny. Yeah, Rip Hulk Hogan, I guess. He was 1,000 years old, so he had a good life. Anyway, this is from... So if you've been following or listening for a while, you've heard us talking a little bit about the Splitgate stuff. There was all the drama about Like Splitgate was like, oh, we don't make just the same game every year. I can't tell them apart. Something to that effect. And then people were like, are you serious, bro? Blah, blah, blah. And then Splitgate, the latest thing we had said on Splitgate 2 was that it flopped a lot. It flopped lots, which was to be expected, and we called it. Because the interesting thing about making a sequel to a video game is that if your first one, if video game 1 fucking failed lots, right? Then making video game 2 the sequel is probably a fucking dumb idea and retarded and not profitable. That would be my guess. And
that's what I would think.
Turns out we were right about that. Obviously. So Splitgate, yeah, the last thing I think we had said was the player count had dropped like fucking 90%, 80% or some shit. Just a real mess. And as soon as the people, the content creators they had paid to do their little sponsored streams stopped playing, which was the millisecond they stopped getting paid to do it, the player count just fucking plummeted, which was, again, all to be expected. Your first game didn't get players, wasn't fun, wasn't innovative enough in my opinion. It actually was kind of fun. Your second won't either, unless you do something way different. In which case, make a new fucking IP. Don't call it Splitgate 2, obviously. But they had tried to make like a BR as well. And that was the only thing I could think of that would maybe make it a success. But it didn't work.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to make a good BR. So that's not surprising. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, their player counts dropped lots. And they made this tweet 2 days ago. On the 22nd. To the Splitgate community, in bold letters, we believe in Splitgate 2. So I'm actually not reading all of this. Blah,
you
blah,
could just
blah.
read it. How about that?
Blah, blah, blah. We've heard your feedback and we agree with you. We launched too early. We had ambitious goals with Splitgate 2. In our excitement to share it with you.
What's ambitious about it? It's a game. Oh, that bugs the fuck out of me. It's a game genre that existed 30 years ago. There's nothing ambitious. What are you doing?
And
what
the
can you
portals
possibly
you had
do?
already done, so that wasn't ambitious either. We bit off more than we could chew. We rushed certain features, made some boneheaded mistakes, and most importantly,
they're so fucking retarded.
Yeah, all game devs should be K&S. That's a new thing that I'm stealing from Jake. I like that. Yeah.
You said it first. That's where
S
Jake
and
got it
Cade.
from.
Yeah, S and Cade, which is where Jake got it from. That's
Cade,
right. I forgot about that. You guys, of course, know what that stands for. We didn't give you the polished, portal-filled mayhem you fell in love with. So you have some thoughts on this, huh?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. We bit off more than we could chew. No, you didn't. We rushed certain features. No, you didn't. You just created a game that existed in the 90s that nobody gives a fuck about anymore. What is so hard for them? I don't understand how they don't realize this. I really, 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 truly don't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This genre of a game is not going to work. It's so simple. It's not going to work ever. It could be the most polished game and it's not going to work. Because the type of gameplay is not at all popular anymore. People do not fucking care about the style of game.
Yeah.
It's like how people keep bringing up like, oh, it's because like the lead dev killed it by wearing his like make FPS great again hat, and because
that's
it's like
a crazy argument
this and
if
that.
anyone made that.
That's not even it. That's what everybody said on launch, that was the reason the game basically was so hated because of that. It's like, no, because people also just played it and they realized, oh, this type of game fucking sucks. It's boring after 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's never, ever, ever going to work. And nobody's ever needed to give up on anything in life more than these Splitgate 2 devs on developing this video game. They have to just fucking stop.
Yeah.
They're wasting their time. And it's funny because the part you skipped is hilarious. It's been our life for almost 10 years because the game means everything to them. Starting in our dorm room. They've been working on this shit fucking game for 10 years. That's embarrassing, and don't tell us that. Don't publicly state that, please. Oh, God, they bug the fuck out of me. They
I'm seeing that.
Of all, actually.
Well,
honestly, this is crazy. Just so out of touch and stupid.
It is really dumb.
Don't be a video game dev if you don't know what type of video game is going to be clearly popular and what's not going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And we've been saying this for years about different titles. X-Defiant. We said exactly this. Exactly what Tanner just said. It doesn't matter how good the game is at all. Doesn't matter how polished it is. Doesn't matter how fun it is even. Because the genre of arcade shooters is dead. You can't make it work. COD will have arcade shooters, and that's it. Honestly, that's it. No one else is going to make arcade shooters. And by the way, COD doesn't even make an arcade shooter. It is an arcade shooter, but it also has campaign, zombies, Warzone, DMZ, LTMs. LTMs doesn't count. Every game can do that. But like, it has other shit now. If BO7 was just multiplayer, it would instantly die. Like, actually, it would have 10% of the player count, probably 30% of the player count. It has now. Because the genre is fucking dead. Call of Duty realized that, and they started doing other shit. And they keep, obviously, the arcade shooter in there, portion of it in there, because they're the biggest one. So every arcade shooter player, even though that's a dwindling population of gamers, will play their game. So it's still a lot. Like, it's still a lot of money for Call of Duty. If you're just some guy, don't make an arcade shooter. You're not going to win.
Yeah,
you're going to fail, obviously. And we told all of you this before X-Defiant came out. What do you know? It fucking failed, obviously. Yeah. We told you this before Splitgate launched. What do you know? It fucking failed, obviously. And we told you with Splitgate 2, it will fucking fail, obviously. And it has. Yeah. So, I mean, Tanner's totally right. And again, we've been saying this for literally years now with all these retarded devs who think they can make an arcade shooter that capitalizes on the flaws of Call of Duty arcade multiplayer. Oh, we don't have as many cheaters. Doesn't matter. Arcade shooters aren't fun. We have portals. Doesn't matter. Arcade shooters aren't fun. Whatever. Pick your stupid little gimmick. Doesn't matter in an arcade shooter because they are not fun. People don't play them anymore. It's a dying genre. Do something else. You still make FPS games, not an arcade shooter though. It's obviously going to fail, and of course this one did. Yeah, it's insane. And it makes sense that like 10 years ago this could have worked, but it would have needed to have been released 10 years ago, not started as a fucking rotation of a blunt conversation 10 years ago. That's too late. We're too late. We're too late in the process there. So obviously. And also, by the way, the idea that anyone is saying Splitgate is unpopular or failed or is hated on because the dev wore a fucking make games great again hat is so insane. Because if I like a video game, the lead dev could fuck my mom and I'm still playing it. It doesn't matter. If the game is fun, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care at all. Okay. I fucking hate Nikita, but when Tarkov was fun, I played it a lot. Don't care. So like the idea that like, oh, I don't like this guy actually, I'm not going to play. And that a lot of people feel that way, FPS gamers especially, stupid fucking argument. Yeah, that's insane to think. So anyway, we've heard so we're going back to beta. We'll be heads down until early next year, rebuilding major parts of the game to capture the spirit of what made Splitgate special. The only thing that made Splitgate special are the portals, by the way, which are cool. It's a cool gimmick. It's a cool tool, and it's fun. And there's an insane skill gap there, by the way. But in an arcade shooter, it doesn't matter. So keep that in mind, and you can't forget that. That means reworking progression from the ground up. That's not the problem. Adding more portals to our maps. That's also not the problem. Simplifying monetization, which likewise is not the problem. Refocusing on classic game modes you've been asking for, which is the last possible thing that's the problem. Yeah. People don't want classic game modes. They want new ones, obviously, and more, which we'll share soon. So it's not insane, I guess. It makes sense. Well, what makes the most sense is to kill it. Yeah. Make another game just go drink Mai Tais on the beach because you're a plutocrat.
Yeah, your dad's a billionaire. I mean, don't even have a job. Just go fucking fly around the world and just fuck chicks on islands in Greece or something. Like, what are you doing? Like, what? I understand it to an extent. It's like they probably, if they've really been building this game for 10 years, they want it to work so bad. I get where they're coming from, but it's like, this game just isn't going to work in 2025. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter what you do. You take 6 months off, work on things next year. It'll be popular on launch again, and it'll immediately die out because this game just does not work. It doesn't. It's a repetitive game mode. And then on top of that, like you said, because of the portals adding a skill gap, you can't make games difficult either.
That's another good point. Can't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's a hard game and it's repetitive. Who's going to play that? Nobody.
Mm-hmm. It's especially offensive because the creator guy who put the hat on and who wrote this probably should know that. Like, he markets himself as like this guy who is an FPS fan or enjoyer, and he's taking pot shots at COD for being the same game every year. And honestly, I believe he's an FPS player. He comes across that way. Like, he knows about the scene. He enjoys playing the games. Why else would he make this game if he didn't need to? Or if he wasn't, rather, because he's rich.
Yeah.
So that makes it even worse because you should know better, brother. You really should know better. This shit is not going to work. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. Put the portals in an extraction game or fucking single player game.
Even,
or something.
It's not
try
gonna work, guys.
I don't know. This shit isn't working, so I don't know, man. Do something.
No, the studio needs to be dissolved, and all the game devs there left. They need to just go find jobs at game studios that have existed for a long time, because it's just it's really truly not going to work no matter what they do.
It really seems to me like, if I don't even know if this is exclusively FPS genre, but definitely it applies here and maybe to all of them. If there's like a really big IP in that genre, just stop, just quit, give up, because you're not going to get in on that market. If you are a new studio making a new IP, you have to do something original. You can't just copy whatever the popular thing is. And so many game studios make this error, by the way, but most of the time they do, it's because they are made by non-gamers. MMOs are a great example of this. There have been literally hundreds of MMOs that have come out since the release of World of Warcraft, and all of them, every single one has failed, because they all are made by 50-year-old dudes who say, they tell their code monkeys, just make it like WoW, but put a different color on it, or story, whatever. The people who would like that game are going to play WoW and not play your fuck ass game. Just like that Amazon MMO that came out. You remember that? That was frying GPUs. Set aside that it was frying GPUs. That game was going to fail anyway, because it was just another MMO made by people who don't have any idea what video games are about. Because if any of those people liked MMOs, they would recognize, everyone who plays MMOs is just going to play WoW. No one's going to play this piece of shit. And of course they didn't, and that game's gone now.
I forgot about that game. That one died quickly.
Yeah, it sure did. And like, you could probably say this about a lot of other games that are not even on my radar. That's probably not totally true for single player games, to be fair, but definitely for multiplayer games. Genres. You have to do something new if you're going to be if you're not already an established IP in that scene. And again, this guy should know that. So it's just insane that he's made this mistake 2 times back to back.
This game was way more destined to fail than X Defiant. even. Like X-Defiant was way more likely to survive and hold the player base longer than this type of game. Because at the end of the day, like X-Defiant was basically just a COD ripoff, kind of. So it had more customization than Splitgate. It was repetitive like Call of Duty multiplayer, but they had a much better chance of retaining players than Splitgate ever did. I mean, Splitgate was just so clearly dead right away.
And it was an established dev and publisher that had like an audience, you know, like if Bethesda makes a new IP, I'm going to try it. Like I'm going to try it. Even if it's a brand new IP, I'll try it. I'll probably regret it these days, like I did with Starfield that I played for like 2 days.
Oh, dude.
Really bad game.
Was so bad.
I just watched a video. They evidently had done another update and it's awful. Or like a DLC rather. And it's just bad. The guy was like, dude, there's like mods that give you more content that's better and longer playtime that are free. Yeah. Meanwhile, they charged $100,000 for like a 3-hour DLC or whatever. The guy was like, I finished it and I thought I had only finished the prologue, but that was it. I was like, oh no. But anyway, so this guy should know better. So they're going back to beta.
Okay. That'll fix it.
So yeah, now more than ever, we need your help. You won't be getting it. If people don't want to play your game on launch, they're not going to help you in beta. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. We're returning not just to our roots in what we built, but in how we build it with you. Okay, that means more playtests, surveys, listening, and being community first. Our goal is to combine the DNA of the first game with the best improvements from the second. It's not a quick fix, it's a long-term commitment. To give ourselves the time, we made the difficult decision to reduce certain roles and shift our resources to focus on this rework. So keep in mind, by the way, reduce certain roles means more layoffs / firings.
Yeah, they lay off people. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a nice little euphemism there. They're getting severance. Oh, okay. They're receiving severance and job placement support, and we're committed to doing everything we can to help them through this transition. We hope to bring them back when we can. Okay. In an effort to retain as many team members as possible, we're going to be shutting down OG Splitgate servers in a month.
I didn't realize that game was still up even.
I don't know why you would keep it
Why would you have them up? Yeah, I don't get it at all.
Especially Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It costs hundreds of $1,000s over the past couple of years, and we have to prioritize our team. Let's see. Splitgate 2 will remain playable, and we'll still be shipping Chapter 3, which is just Season 3. So again, it's the same. It's Call of Duty, but it's not Call of Duty. It's just, so boring. As well as fixes and high priority changes. We hope you'll continue to play and support the game. We faced a lot of dark days and have made many mistakes, but we've learned a lot and are as determined as ever. You haven't learned the one important lesson, to make Splitgate as great as possible. Splitgate's been our life for 10 years, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We've got work to do, but we aren't giving up. We love this game, and we love this community too much to ever quit, so we won't. And someone bookmark this tweet.
That's what I was going to say. That'll be funny to look back on.
They will be quitting, obviously. Yeah. They'll have to. See you in the arena, Ian and Nicolas. And that's the tweet.
Yeah. Oh,
and then some said, we believe in y'all. This takes a lot of courage to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Which doesn't make any goddamn sense. Right?
Yeah.
Hey. Shut it down or go bankrupt. Courageous. It's just retarded. Nick Merck said, we believe in y'all cook. How many hours? Someone check how many hours Nick Merckx has on this fucking game now. In fact, where does Nick Merckx stream?
I don't know. I have no idea. Kick, I think, maybe?
Let's see. Nick Merckx is currently live on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
And guess what he's playing? Oh, just fucking guess.
Yeah, that's
Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty, obviously. Of course, yeah. So let's see. Let's take a look here, guys. Let's see if Nick Merckx played Splitgate ever. So let's see. Recent broadcasts, view all. Warzone. Lots of Warzone. Gears of War. Warzone, Gears of War.
Splitgate 2 launched 2 months ago. He did one stream of it. And I'm not kidding. He did literally one stream.
Yum!
And it was probably because he was paid. Because it was on launch day. Yeah, classic.
Yummy!
Yeah, these people, yeah.
And this was a sponsored stream, by the way.
Yeah.
Hashtag Splitgate partner. So he literally never would have played it. Obviously, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
He streamed it for 7 hours and probably never played the game again.
Literally, definitely didn't play the game again. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they all just lie.
They just, yeah. Yeah, like, so, yeah. But this is the thing.
It's funny.
It's, yeah.
Peace and love, baby.
Peace and love, yeah. Yeah, and, you know, whatever. It's a fine tweet, I guess. It's just like, it's not gonna, like, bro, you didn't even like it. So,
yeah.
Why are you, obviously because he was paid, I guess, and he feels nice to them, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, so anyway, going back to beta, have you ever seen a game do this before? I don't think I ever have.
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Which is funny stuff.
Yeah.
So where does this go? So let's see. It goes back to beta. They lay off some more people. Keep in mind, they already did a considerable number of layoffs a couple weeks ago. So now they're laying off even more people. So we really got a skeleton crew working there. And again, another thing these people don't realize is the name Splitgate 2 is totally tarnished and beyond saving. It's a ruined IP. So no matter how good you make it, even if it weren't an arena shooter, if it fails on launch and you go back to beta and then plan to relaunch it later and have some success, it's not going to work because people are going to, anyone who would have been interested in playing it, already played it, remembers it being ass, stopped playing it. So when you say, oh, guys, we did an update, we're re-releasing Splitgate 2, those people have already written it off. The game's fucking dead. The only companies I've ever seen actually claw back a shit game is established devs or IPs. The best example I can think of is Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk launched. It was really anticipated. It was awful. And then, like, actually a year and a half or so later, they finally did a huge update and made it like good. And then people came back and tried it. And now a lot of people actually like Cyberpunk. But
that's single player.
That's single player, which is a good point. And also, it is by fucking the Polacks who made The Witcher. So they have an established fan base who are like, okay, I know this dev team can cook because they made The Witcher 3, which is one of the best games of all time or whatever. So they will come back if the devs tell them to, because they've demonstrated already to a large group of people that they can make a good game. The Splitgate devs have not done that. Clearly. Splitgate 1 fucking sucked. Splitgate 2 fucking sucked. Roll back to beta, relaunch. No one's going to give you a second chance, obviously, or a third chance, as it were. So, yeah, it's just dead. Just give it up.
Yeah, single player games, it's totally different. I mean, because they don't have to go back and then also hope that other players go back. Since it's single player, it's like, oh, this game's like finally good. Like 3 years later, I'm gonna go back and play it because they made like a big update to it. This is why like Starfield in 3 years could actually be really good too. Nobody knows. That's entirely possible as well.
Well, Bethesda sucks now, so they won't. But
okay, so never mind. They won't. But Cyberpunk had a
in theory, you're right though. Yeah,
complete 180.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep,
that's cool.
Yeah, that is another good point too. Because that's one of the many challenges multiplayer games have that single player games don't, is it doesn't matter how good the game is if you have no one to play against,
yes,
or with or whatever, then it's like just dead. Like you can't Like, even if you fucking love the game. And some people lie and say that was the reason, you know, their little pet game failed. It's not. So, yeah. But anyway, funny stuff. So, Tanner has to go get his eyebrows tweezed, so that's it. We will be back
at a time and a place.
At a time and place. Maybe Saturday. Honestly, I'll be so fucking for real right now. If we get something, we will have a Saturday episode.
We have a Saturday episode, by the way, because we're missing the next two. So yes, there's an episode on Saturday.
There's an episode on Saturday.
We're missing the 2nd and the 9th, because the 2nd I work all day, and then the 9th I'll be in Hawaii. So we're gonna do a Saturday episode, even if it's just Q&A. So post some dumb fucking questions in the gaming and COD Q&A, or don't, or just show up to the live stream and ask us questions there. I don't know. You'll figure it out.
You will figure it out. So yeah, we'll see you guys on Saturday. And that Battlefield, if you want more talk on that, we're doing that on Patreon. It'll come out Friday or Saturday. And that's it for this episode. Stop making arcade shooters.
Yeah.